Hello everyone and welcome to Matt's Mysteries. I'm Matt, also known as Mr. Clean post-divorce, and today we're kicking off our descent into the mysterious with something short and sweet. Thalassophobes beware, because we're paying a visit to good old Davy Jones' locker. If you like cryptids, science, mystery, and water, then stick around, because I'm going to tell you about the Bloop. Episode 0 of Matt's Mysteries. In 1997, an incredibly powerful, ultra-low frequency underwater sound of uncertain origin was detected by the National Ocean and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA for short. Eventually nicknamed the Bloop, the source of this massive sound was triangulated to roughly 50 degrees south, 100 degrees west, which points to a remote area somewhere in the South Pacific. The Bloop was detected by the Equatorial Pacific Ocean Autonomous Hydrophone Array, which is a fancy way of describing a series of hydrophones used to mostly monitor seismic activity under the sea. Fun fact, this array also monitors ice noise as well as marine mammal population and migration patterns. Now, that's great and all, but here's where it gets a little wild. According to the NOAA, the sound was so intense, it was actually loud enough to be picked up by multiple sensors, separated by, get this, 5,000 whole kilometers. That's roughly 3,000 miles. Here is the sound, sped up slightly. Pretty cool, but here's the same sound played at normal speed. It's eerie, right? Well, it's about to get worse. Early theories pointed to the Bloop originating from a biological source. The thing is, though, that if we compare it to sounds made by the blue whale, which we all know is the largest animal known to have ever existed, things start to get a little weird and very spooky. See, if the Bloop truly came from a biological source, the animal that generated that sound should be at least 250 feet in length. Keywords, at least. Considering that blue whales typically measure between 80 to 90 feet long, what we end up with is a creature nearly 3 times larger than the largest known animal ever, lurking somewhere in the murky darkness of Earth's oceans. With only 20% of the ocean being charted and mapped, and only about 5% being physically seen or explored, I suppose it's plausible for an impressively large marine creature to exist somewhere beneath the waves. Now here's where I ruin the fun for everyone. Scaling the Bloop to such a size may not be completely accurate. This is the pistol shrimp. It's only a few centimeters long, however, it produces sounds on par with that of a jet engine. So you see where I'm going with this whole it might not be 250 feet long kind of thing, right? Let's move on. In 2012, the NOAA determined that the sound is, per their description, consistent with noises generated via non-tectonic cryoseisms originating from glacial movements such as ice calvings or an ice quake. That's a super fancy scientific way of chalking the Bloop up to coming from something inorganic instead of possibly a colossal and unknown marine creature. I think that's boring, but I'm also not a scientist, so what do I know? At the end of the day, what do you think the Bloop is? Do you think it's nothing more than an ice quake or something similar? Or do you think It's possible that some sort of 250-foot Cthulhu-y kind of monster lives in Earth's oceans. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's mystery. If you like what you saw and are interested in learning about more mysteries from a cartoon detective, consider subscribing to the channel. I'll post once a week and will occasionally post twice if I'm feeling extra rowdy. So get ready, because there are a lot of mysteries for me to share. Until the next one, this is Matt telling you to stay mysterious.